Good evening, my dear students. So, in the previous video, we learned the story Flying Together, and from the story, we learned that teamwork is very essential. Because of teamwork only, the birds were able to escape from the hunter's net. So, here in this video, we will discuss some extra questions and answers from the story. So, without being late, so let us start the video. So the title of the story was Flying Together as the birds fly together from the net. The first pretended to be dead, and when the last bird was thrown by the hunter, they fly together. That's why the title of the story is Flying Together. It denotes that a teamwork is going on. All the birds will fly together. So teamwork is very essential. Okay, so here is a paragraph from the story. First, we have to read the paragraph. Then we will frame some questions from the paragraph. Okay. He told them to destroy the creeper because he feared that the creeper will soon grow and become thick and strong. And with help of that creeper, a hunter can come off and kill them. But the other birds did not pay attention to his words. So here, this is the saying of the old bird. The wise old bird advised other birds to destroy the creeper, but no one paid attention to his advice. Okay, so now we have to frame some questions. Yes. The old goose noticed a small creeper at the foot of the tree. So we have to frame a question from the sentence. The old goose noticed a creeper at the foot of the tree. So we can frame like this. Who noticed a small creeper at the foot of the tree? Or where did the old goose notice the creeper? So where did the old goose notice the creeper? Or we can make also like this, make a question. We can also make a question. Who noticed the creeper at the foot of the tree? Next. The old bird advised to destroy the creeper. Here we can make a question. What did the old bird advise to do? Or what was the old bird's advice? Or who advised to destroy the creeper? Next, a hunter came to the forest when the geese had gone out in search of food. We can make a question. When did the hunter come to the forest? Next, the hunter was surprised when he saw the birds flying away. Question. Why was the hunter surprised? Or what made the hunter surprised? Next, Next, we have to change the tense of the sentence and rewrite. We have to make changes in the sentence. So, question is present tense to past tense. The hunter climbs the tree with the help of a creeper. This is in present tense. We have to change it into past tense. The hunter climbed the tree with the help of a creeper. So, past tense of climbs is climbed. So, we can write the hunter climbed the tree with the help of a creeper. Next, present tense to future tense. The hunter looks at the geese in the net. The hunter looks at the geese in the net. We have to change into future tense. The hunter will look at the geese in the net. Next, past tense to present tense. The hunter was taken by surprise. If we make it present, then it will be the hunter is taken by surprise because the present tense of was is and past tense of is was. So the hunter is taken by surprise. Next, past tense to future tense. The hunter came to the forest. So the future will be the hunter will come to the forest. The hunter will come to the forest. Next, match the idioms with their meanings. So a bed of roses. That means a comfortable situation. Next, to turn a deaf ear. It means consider, sorry, to disregard, to disregard. To turn a deaf ear means to disregard. Next, brought to light, it means disclosed. To get into hot water, it means to get into trouble. Next, take into account means consider. Next, bring to book, it means punish. It means punish. Next, fill in the blanks using words from the help box. So there will be a help box. So we have to fill in the blanks by using the words from the help box. This is the help box. Here, ostrich, cuckoo, hummingbird, duck, emu, peacock, all are here. So smallest bird is hummingbird. Next, national bird of India, that is peacock. Next, flightless bird, that is emu. The bird with the biggest egg, that is ostrich. Next, an aquatic bird, that is duck. Next, the wisest bird, owl. Next, the bird that does not make its own nest, cuckoo. All of you know cuckoo lays her eggs in the nest of crow. So cuckoo does not make its own nest. Next, opposite words. Wise. The opposite of wise is yes, fool. Careless, careful. Foolish. Opposite of foolish is intelligent. Next, thick. Opposite of thick is thin. Then opposite of strong, weak. Then tall. Opposite of tall is short. Then tough. Opposite of tough is bottom. And quick. Opposite of quick is slow. Next. Next, who said to whom? So here is a phrase, do not make fuss now. Who said to whom? Yes, students, remember? Have you remembered who said to whom? Yes. Who said these words? The old bird, the wise old bird. To whom was it said? To the other birds. Okay, and when was it said? When all other birds cried out by getting trapped in the hunter's net. At that time, the old wise bird told these things to them. So next, grammar section is a collective noun. Already we have discussed what is a collective noun. So collective noun is a word used to define a group of objects. But object can be people, animal, emotions, or inanimate things. Okay. So let us see a flock of birds. So here flock means a group of birds. So this is a collective noun, flock. You can see here a flock of birds flapping their wings. Next, a herd of elephants. Herd means a group of elephants. So herd is a collective noun used for a group of elephants. Here you can see a group of elephants are walking. Next, a pack of owls. So a group of owls means a pack of owls. This is a collective noun. Next is a school of fishes. Already you have learned in your math chapter. Okay, so a group of fish is called school. Already you have learned in the fish tale, a school of fishes. Next, a fleet of ships. A group of ships is called fleet, a fleet of ships. Then a crowd of people. So crowd is the collective noun. Then a jury of judges. Then a pride of lions. A pride of lions means a group of lions. Pride is the collective noun used for group of lions. Then a kindle of kittens. A kindle of kittens. A group of kittens is called kindle. This is the collective noun used for a group of kittens. Next, a muster of peacock. A group of peacock is called muster. That is a collective noun. Next, a leap of leopard. A group of leopard is called leap. So, a leap of leopard. Leap is the collective noun used for a group of leopards. Next is scourge of mosquitoes. Scourge is the collective noun used for a group of mosquitoes. Next, a parliament of owls. So, the group of owls called parliament. This is a collective noun. Next, a creche of penguins. So, creche is the collective noun used for a group of penguins. Next is a swarm of rats. Swarm is used for the collective noun for a group of rats. Next is a crew of sailors. Crew is the collective noun for sailors, a group of sailors. Next, a platoon of soldiers. So, platoon is the collective noun of a group of soldiers. Then a flight of stairs. So flight is the collective noun for a group of stairs, a number of stairs. Next, a swarm of bees. So swarm is the collective noun for a group of bees or a number of bees. So this is all about the extra questions we have discussed. Okay, thank you for watching the video and practice the extra questions answers. Wish you all the best. Thank you all.